I suppose, yeah. I mean, the big custodians and service providers, for sure, they definitely engage in that. So those are really going to be the strategic choke points that state entities will try and use to prohibit certain behaviors. But as long as Bitcoin retains some of its black market nature, like open loop economy, hopefully there will always be ways to spend Bitcoin outside the purview of the state. I think it's a relatively new idea that your transactional personal history uh, should be exposed entirely to the government. I think for thousands of years, the default was that you did not owe anybody anything about, you know, what your last five transactions were. So we seem to be in a historical aberration, and everybody has just sort of accepted that this more enhanced level of surveillance and control is okay and normal. But I think in the West, we tend to value individual privacy and just civil liberties more highly. So it's important to remember that these are the things that distinguish us from authoritarian states. So a return to a genuine cash standard where there is no, six hop look back, I think would be totally in line with what we've been doing for the last 200 years. And really, I see no reason not to do it. I think the main reason is that the alphabet soup agencies want to be able to prosecute crimes through the medium of money. They want to criminalize the money, but that doesn't. They can still actually go into meat space and prosecute crimes and interrupt that kind of behavior in the normal kind of shoe leather style. But they want this shortcut. They want the very convenient access to like freezing bank accounts and so on. So I think it's basically laziness on their part that they have all of these really aggressive bank secrecy acts and so on. Well, because it's the easiest choke point, right? And we even see this on the state level. Like, okay, the U.S. doesn't want to go to war, so they impose sanctions, which is war-like, So that's them abusing their privilege as the issue of the world's currency, and the administrator of SWIFT, which is notionally run out of Belgium or whatever, but really is a U.S. strategic tool. You heard Brad Sherman, the representative from California, actually saying, we can't have Facebook coin because the dollar is not just a monetary tool for us, it's a strategic tool for power projection abroad. So they conflate the two things. They use their privilege as the issuer of the world's currency to pursue soft and hard power objectives abroad, which obviously makes the currency itself slightly worse for everybody. But yeah, so I see it as a kind of a sign of weakness almost that they have decided to try and impair certain classes of activity through the lines of money as opposed to in the traditional ways.